another long ball from Paulie.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
Paul contributed to keeping Seattle in check on the south side with a 3-1 victory. And tonight is round 2 as the Sox and the Mariners are next on Comcast Sportsnet. From the City Beautiful, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet Plus presents White Sox Baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Brent Lillibridge, Gordon Beckham and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Ichiro Suzuki, Justin Smoke, and the Seattle Mariners. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you game 2 of this 3-game series. If you missed the opener last night, it was just a good, solid baseball game. Johnny Danks went out there. He was 0-8, looking for his first victory of the season against Michael Pineda, who is really a good-looking young 22-year-old 6'7" right-hander. And Sox won that ball game 3-1. Danks was outstanding, going 7 in the third innings. So, trying to continue on tonight with Phil Humber.
Phil Humber has just been terrific. In fact, his last 7 starts, only one time did he fail to go at least 7 innings. Plus, this year his ERA is just over 3. He's 4-3, throwing the ball as well as maybe anybody in the league. And he's going to have to be very good tonight because Felix Hernandez is his mound opponent. He's 6-4 with an ERA very similar to Phil Humber. They're within percentage points of one another. However, lifetime, King Felix is only 3-3 against the Sox. We've handled them in this ballpark. Let's handle them again tonight.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
of Cleveland. Seattle comes in 2.5 games in back of Texas. So let's see how Eric Wedge is going to line them up tonight. Ichiro leads it off, and it's Rodriguez and Smoke. Jack Cuss, the DH. Adam Kennedy, who's been red hot. Then Gutierrez, Olivo, Figgins, and Carlos Peguero. The Suzuki defensive setup, and how they'll line up behind Phil Humber. Left to right, Pierre, Willibridge, and Quentin in the infield. Morel, Vizquel, Beckham, and Martin gets the shot at first base tonight. But A.J. Pierzynski, who had a great game last night behind the plate, and the Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Phil Humber, who's been nothing short of brilliant this year. Take a look at hits per innings pitched. Right-handers hitting just 130 against him. Opponents overall 206. Better than good. And hopefully more the same here tonight. John Danks won his first game of the year, and he did it in style. 7 1/3, 7 hits, just 1 run. He walked only 1, fanned 6. He had to be that good because Michael Pineda was almost equally as good, but he came out on the short end, and John won number 1 of what should be still a very solid season for him. So they've thrown the ball around. It's steamy at the ballpark, and I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. 93 degrees as we speak. Here at 7:10 as Ichiro Suzuki will stand in and lead it off for the Mariners. Ichiro hitting at .264, no homers. He's driven in 20. First pitch strike. Ichiro 1 for 4 last night, and he has faced Humber a couple of times, and he's 0 for 2. And very quickly the count, 0-2. Mariners come in hitting at .230 as a club with a 3.32 ERA. That is second best in the American League, only behind Oakland. Seattle 13-14 on the road and 18-15 at home. Chopped and is foul.
There's Eric Wedge in his first year as a skipper of the Seattle ball club. And they've surprised a few people. This is a team that can't hit very well, although they're better against a right-hander than a left-hander. But they've had spectacular pitching.
Yeah, they can pitch with anybody. They just can't hit with everybody. That curveball, chopper 3 hopper. And good speed, retired.
That's what it looks like tonight. 93 degrees, not a cloud in the sky again. Things will change tomorrow evening, but we'll enjoy this for the night that it is. It's just gorgeous.
So here's Luis Rodriguez hitting in 167, a homer. He's driven in 11. Last year down at Charlotte, our AAA team, he had .293, 16 homers, and drove in 56.
This is his third major league stop. He was with Minnesota and San Diego previously.
That ball hit hard, and nobody's going to get that one. Gets by him, so that's going to be a double for Rodriguez. His 6th two-bagger.
Rodriguez gets what looked like a sinker, and it was in a good spot. It was low and away, but a good job of hitting. Willibridge can't get to it to cut it off. Even if he did cut it off, it's still going to be a 2-base hit.
That'll bring up the switch hitting Justin Smoke, one of 3 switch hitters. You got Rodriguez, Smoke, and Figgins, all switch hitting in this Mariner lineup. Smoke hitting at .250, 10 homers. He's driven in 34. 24-year-old out of Goose Creek, South Carolina. Looking for it, got it. All over it, just underneath it.
The umpires for the game tonight. DJ Rayburn behind the plate. Marvin Hudson at first. Tim McClellan, the crew chief, is at second, and Brian Brunge is at third.
Lillibridge deep in center, shaded over towards Quentin. And that is a wild pitch. And now he gets to third.
That's the 5th wild pitch of the year, tying him with Edwin Jackson in that dubious department. Humber throws it right into the dirt in front of the plate. AJ does what he can do to block it. It bounds away.
And Vizquel comes in halfway. Beckham a little short of half. You have to play your defense accordingly to who's pitching for them. And of course, they've got a good one going tonight in Felix Hernandez.
Well, you certainly can't blame Ozzie for bringing in the infield. King Felix doesn't give up too many runs. You have a guy at third, Rodriguez, who doesn't have great speed.
Good pitch, didn't get it.
On Dodge pitch tracks, take a look at where the 4 appears. Just off the plate.
That's a good pitch. Even if he didn't get it. 3-1 to count. And it's full. This is the 5th meeting of the year between these two clubs, and the first 4 Sox have won 3 of them. Good ball game last night. Outstanding defense, good pitching. Got the long ball from Konerko. Sox won it 3-1. In fact, in the last 29 ball games since 08, Sox are 21-8 against Seattle. That was a get me over curveball, hit hard.
Well, there's no doubt about the power that Smoke has from both sides, but especially a little more power, raw power from the left side.
And once again, the payoff. Yes, he did. He gone. 2 down.
With the infield in, first base open, throws a curveball. AJ does a great job of smothering this one. And now you can move everybody back for the pull hitting Jack Cust.
Cust, the DH, did not play last evening. Comes in hitting at .229, a couple of homers. He's driven in 19. He was with Oakland last year, where he had .272, 13 homers, and 52 knocked in. And Beckham's got him, and that'll retire the side. So the 1-out double, then the wild pitch. He was in jeopardy. Meanwhile, after having a play of Seattle nothing, and the good guys come into bat.
and hitting 9. The Suzuki defensive setup: Figueroa, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Figgins, Rodriguez, Kennedy, and Smoke. Olivo behind the plate, and Felix Hernandez on the hill. Hernandez has had another solid season after winning the Cy Young Award last year.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as this 25-year-old right-hander into his 6th year in the big leagues. Pierre takes ball 1. He takes ball 2. Hernandez, 6'3", 225 pounds, out of Valencia, Venezuela. Last year when he won the Cy Young, he was 13-12, but he had a 2.27 ERA.
For a starter to win it at 13-12 gives an idea how dominating the rest of the year was. Juan thought that one was outside, and he has a point there. Take a look where the 4 appears in our Dodge pitch tracks.
Well, he's not going to call the inside strike. At least that's what it was for Humber in the first inning. And the payoff. Swings at ball 4.
Hernandez has 2 types of fastballs, the 4-seamer and the 2-seamer. The 2-seamer, of course, with more movement. In fact, everything he throws has a tremendous amount of movement, but his pitch, the defining pitch for Hernandez, is the changeup.
Takes that high and wide. Omar hitting at 280. No homers. He's driven in 5. Omar hadn't had much success against Hernandez. 13 at bats, has 1 hit. Breaking ball, didn't get it.
Hernandez was signed way back in 2002. So he's been a member of this Mariner organization for a long time.
And the count 3-1. Bottom of the 5th in Cleveland. Indians shutting out Minnesota 1-0. Detroit did not score in the top of the 1st at Texas. And the 3-1 pitch. Two down. So with 2 out, let's check out our Taste to Click tonight. Jim Angiar directing the crew. They went with AJ. Stone Pony's going with Juan Pierre, and Jeff Chanel and his Cracker Jack crew runs the electronics department here at beautiful USA LaField, the scoreboard, and everything that goes on out there. We're going to go with Gordon Beckham. So here's Quentin. Hitting at 268, 14 homers. He's driven in 40. Now straight back.
Our pitchers took batting practice today in anticipation of interleague play and our trip to the Arizona Diamondbacks, which will be on the next road trip. Mark Buehrle was very proud that he had 3 home runs and 2 home runs foul.
And that's foul. 0-2.
There's Mark, but it's not surprising. The guy who has the best stroke of all the pitchers was the guy drafted #1 as a shortstop, Sergio Santos.
The 0-2. Yes, he did. So 1, 2, 3 inning, a couple of strikeouts for Hernandez.
Keenan Walker, 6'3", 190 pounds, switch hitter out of Central Arizona Junior College. He had a whale of a season this year, and it was a very deep draft, so you could get a lot of quality. Some are saying through the first 100 picks, maybe even deeper.
No score, top of the second. Adam Kennedy, Franklin Gutierrez, Miguel Olivo. Kennedy comes in hitting at 292, 5 homers. He's driven in 18. 35-year-old veteran. TM will take it himself. 1 pitch, 1 out.
You can look at one thing that Phil Humber has done during this renaissance year for him. It's the fact that almost without exception he throws strike one. He's been very aggressive early in the count. He wants to get you in a position to wipe you out with his best pitch, his curveball. But he's also painting the corners on both sides of the plate consistently and has all year.
Here's Gutierrez at 179. Well, to me, Phil Humber's one of the top stories in all of baseball this year. He has been absolutely nothing short of sensational. His record in the numbers, that's why baseball, and numbers in baseball are the most misleading numbers. A little soft to 10 in all of sports. You can construe these numbers and you can shape them anyway. It's like a good bookkeeper with 3 or 4 different sets of books.
Say, that is a good bookkeeper.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Phil Humber is another guy that came over. He got the opportunity. He actually earned the opportunity in spring training, found himself in the rotation, and threw so well that you can't take him out of the rotation.
Been a terrific story.
Yeah.
Former #1 pick. As there's first pitch strike to Miguel Olivo, hitting at 246. 7 homers. He's driven in 26.
Well, that's at least 4 former #1 picks that Don Cooper has helped turn things around.
Yep, Coop can get it done.
That's one good pitching coach, folks.
And count 1-2.
And you can talk mechanics all day long, but you've got to be a great psychologist if you're going to be a hitting or a pitching coach. And Don's got a lot of that in him.
Well, the toughest uniform job in baseball is a hitting coach. It's unbelievable how difficult that job is. He gone. 1, 2, 3 innings for Humber. And after an inning and a half, no score. Play good defense like we did last night and scratch out a couple of runs against this Cy Young Award winner.
It's going to be very difficult because Hernandez appears to be at the top of his game. This is a guy that last year struck out 232 men. He's on a pace this year to strike out more than that. And at his age and his value to this team, he is a bona fide number one and looks to be that way for a long time.
So it'll be Konerko, Pierzynski, and Lillibridge. Paulie hitting at .314, 13 homers, 46 knocked in. Hit that home run last night off Pineda. Got a slider, a hanger, and didn't miss it. That was way back. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Tried to sneak one by him. Could not do it. He hurt it. It's 1-0. Good guy.
Last night he led it off as far as the scoring with a towering home run. This was a line drive. Got out of here in an heartbeat. Ford home run replay. 14th home run, 47th driven in, 1-0. Sox on top.
And here's AJ. Takes first pitch strike. AJ at .269, a couple of homers, 19 driven in.
That's only the 6th home run Hernandez has given up in 93 innings.
High chopper. Hernandez has got it. Now flicks over. And that is out number one. And a reminder, you and 9 friends could score tickets to a White Sox game as they take on the Northsiders here at home. You could also get to throw out the first pitch for a chance to win $1 million. So for your chance to win other great White Sox prizes, go to Taste Points, tastepoints.com. That's tastepoints.com. Here's Lillibridge.
Biggins came in to talk with Hernandez probably on how he's going to work Lillibridge and if he's going to go inside with his fastball.
Well, we mentioned we played good defense last night, and here's one of the reasons why. This saved a run.
Lillibridge looking very comfortable in center field. And what a catch.
That was hit by Brendan Ryan. Hit it hard. It was slicing away from Lillibridge. Did not look like he was going to be able to get there at all. And that closing speed of his, he just ate it up. That one at 95 and the count 1-2. Chops it foul. Of course, with that home run by Konerko, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 63. So $6,300 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula.
Take a look at where the 5's going to appear. And it's close. Just not really a strike. You see Olivo very quick hands as he yanks it over the inside corner. He didn't believe it was a strike either. But the benefit of the call goes to King Field.
I don't care what he calls, as long as he calls them both ways. And he did not give Umber anything in that first inning. Mark hitting at .226. A homer. He's driven in 4. He's going to give Hernandez that pitch. We got a problem. That ball hit deep in the left field. Figueroa makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But the 14th homer by Paul Konerko. It is 1-0 White Sox. plays Phil Humber. Figgins hitting at 184, a homer he's driven in 13. Takes first pitch strike. Figgins 0 for 2 last night. And there's a strike. So the count, 0-2.
Phil Humber just keeps attacking the strike zone. And he doesn't use the middle of the plate very often. And that's why he's doing what he's done through the first 62 games of the season.
And that's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 33-year-old veteran.
Figgins has even had trouble base running this year. 7 stolen bases, thrown out stealing 6 times.
That breaking ball. Omar. 1 down. Well, Figgins signed through 2013 with an option for 14. Signed a nice contract. Sometimes, as we discussed last night, sometimes guys got trouble with it.
Well, Figgins has come over. Last year was a decent year for him, not up to his own standards, and this year so far has been somewhat disastrous.
So here's Carlos Peguero, 24-year-old outfielder. He's a big guy. 6'5", 250 pounds.
I also got a chance to stand next to him in their locker room. He is a very big man who's got a lot of power.
And that's foul. Well, last year at West Tennessee at 254 with 23 homers and drove in 73.
Year before he hit 31 home runs at High Desert. He's just 24 years old, so a lot of room for growth.
And he jams him right there. Just a little soft liner into right for a base hit.
This is a very good pitch. You watch where the 3 appears on the Dodge pitch tracks. He gets it right where he wants to. Gets it up and on the inner part of the plate. And Peguero just quickly able to get a pretty good piece of that.
He just muscled it out there. So here's Ichiro. Grounded out to Beckham. That ball hit into left center field. Sierra's got him for out number 2. So 2 down, and that'll bring up Luis Rodriguez. And you can follow the White Sox with the MLB.com @Bat11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit WhiteSox.com for details. Rodriguez, that double, hit hard into left center field. And that's chopped foul. 2nd of 3 with these guys. And second. With a 1-0 lead. We took a 1-0 lead last night. Konerko with that homer in the 4th inning. One more tomorrow evening as Floyd against Vargas. And then Oakland comes to town for 4, so make your plans to be with us here at beautiful US Cellular Field. And that is a rope hook. So the count 1-2 with 2 down here in the top of the third.
Well, he threw Rodriguez a straight change, had him way out in front of it. Well, he's set up if he wants to use that curveball in the dirt.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Another nice block by A.J. Making sure that Peguero has to stay at first base. He tries to bury it in the dirt and put him away, but no swing. Good stop.
Now, Rodriguez, just watching him in that first at bat and now watching him take the pitches here, he's all over him. He's all over him. He's hitterish up there. He's dangerous. Full count.
He's going for the backdoor breaking ball. And he'd just as soon end this inning without Smoke coming to bat.
That's the third time he's tried to backdoor somebody. And all 3 times he's left it high and wide.
Well, Don Cooper, I'm sure, will tell him to stay closed, keep a little more weight over the back foot, and that ball will start winding up in the zone.
So the payoff pitch with 2 out.
Chris Chambliss, their hitting instructor.
Good man.
Former manager in our organization, and he is a terrific guy. He was not fun to pitch against.
He could hit.
And he got big hits for the Yankees. Came from the Cleveland Indians.
He was a good first baseman on ground balls and had a tough time with pop-ups. Once again, the payoff. And that ball is lashed foul. He did get better as time went on pop-ups. When he first got to the Indians, though, Chris really had a tough time with the pop-ups. It was a woodsman, not a Tanner. And once again, the 3-2. Pretty good at bat right there for Rodriguez.
Turns out to be an 8-pitch at bat. And Rodriguez keeps the inning alive.
For a dangerous guy, Justin Smoke, who struck out on a check swing 3-2 curveball. Yeah, so those are the kind of bats that Rodriguez just had that tend to give you a big problem. As there's first pitch strike to extend the inning to get to a third place hitter.
And to tag a few more pitches on the starting pitcher.
Another backdoor effort. That's wide. .91 degrees as we speak. It was 93 when we started. Oh, nice pitch there. Beckham. Nice job by Umber. That'll retire the side. They spend a pair. And Sox lead at 1-0. watch this. Unbelievable. He gets up. He's a little hot. Takes him right back to the middle for a big RBI. He was all over him. He's a Bulldog.
Talked to Gordon about that pitch, and he said, you know, when it happened, he said it was, you know, it was frightening, but not so bad. He said when he saw it on the replay, he had no idea how he got out of the way of that pitch.
He asked me, he said, Hawk, do you think I was hit last night? I said, yeah.
Boy.
Strike on the corner, and the count evens at 1. A lot of times you can see or test the mettle of a hitter when something like that happens that close. And he got up, and he was hot, and he was all over him, and just drilled him for that big RBI single in the 7th inning. That made it a 2-0 ball game. Checks it up. He did not go.
And on that replay, you saw Pineda's reaction. He knew he hung the slider. And after a long at bat, Gordon certainly won the battle.
And that's ball 4. So the leadoff walk.
Here's our AT&T trivia question. And it is, who tossed the last no-hitter in Mariners history? Think about that for a bit. We'll get back to you a little later in the game.
So here's Brent Morel hitting at .257, a homer. He's driven in 13. Boy, has he been throwing some leather lately. Wow. There goes Beckham. And there's a line shot base hit. So he's going to make the turn. Ichiro will just get it back in. Beautiful hit and run right there. And a good job by Ozzie. Is this the first time that Morel has faced Felix?
Well, they got him to concentrate. You have to concentrate on the hit and run, and you have to take the ball to the right side. And on the first pitch, it turns into goal. Gordon reading it all the way. Coasts into third base. Got a first ball fastball. Lifetime Hernandez is only 3-3 against the Sox.
So here's Pierre. He struck out on ball 4, leading off the bottom of the first. Takes the fastball up and away. Now they're going to come to the plate, and they're going to get him easy. So, with runners at the corners, nobody out, he sent him.
It's contact play. Smoke's got it. Got a good strong arm.
Well, the only thing bad about that is nobody out. You got to make sure the ball goes through. And on a contact play, if you tell a man to go, when the ball's hit, he's going.
Yep.
So, but you got to make sure on that play with nobody out. With one out, okay, fine. Contact, you go. But not with nobody out. So, that's not good. And here's Omar. Takes first pitch strike. Omar grounded out. Hit the ball sharply to Kennedy at second. One to count.
Well, Levo did a terrific job on that breaking ball down and in. I talked to Miguel before the game today about his ability to block pitches, how important it is against a guy that throws the ball in the dirt. And he said, a few get by, but not too many.
A little high and wide, and the count 2-1. That evens it up.
Stay fair. Stay fair. It will. Here comes Morel. Here comes Pierre. Vizquel on his way to third. Safe. And the Sox lead it 3-0. Yes.
RBI 6 and 7. It appeared Ichiro had some problems with the ball in the right field corner. 44-year-old is not going to hit too many triples. This is first of the year. He gets a low fastball, drills it down the line. Fair by plenty. And then Ichiro couldn't dig it out. So a nice lead early in this one for Phil Humber.
Don't stop now, boys. As here is Quentin. He struck out. Then the first. Infield in. He looks at ball one. Konerko on deck. Our 44-year-old phenom. He's awesome. He really is. Omar Vizquel.
Well, there's really not too much he can't do on the baseball field.
When you're 44 and you can still turn out a mid to high 90s fastball, turn it around.
That's pretty good.
You better believe. As long as he can do that, he can play as long as he wants to.
And so far he's given no indication that he does not want to play anymore.
That ball hit hard. Stay fair. It will. A two-run homer. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes, it is 5-0 White Sox.
Home run number 15, RBIs 41 and 42 on our Ford home run replay. This one hugging the line all the way. Hits the pole. Brian Runge down there to take a look. Felix Hernandez hoping it's going to hook. It doesn't. And Felix has run into a buzzsaw here.
It all started with that dreaded leadoff walk. So here's Paulie. Here's what he did leading off last inning. First pitch.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replay. Oh, try to sneak that first ball fastball by Paul Konerko. There's a lot of trouble there. And he took it deep. The first run of the game, just like last night.
It's like trying to sneak that rising sun by a rooster. Can't do it.
Nope. Got to have a lot more velocity than that. We haven't seen that guy yet.
Checks it up. He did not go. And the count 1-1.
We've seen guys with 99 and 100 try to get it by him and couldn't. So Felix is not going to be able to get it by him in a hittable spot.
One and two the count. And we got Sox fans in the air going from Los Angeles to Seattle tracking this game. They're happy, and you know Mully's happy.
Would say to this point he should be ecstatic.
Got him. Third strikeout for Hernandez.
Only giving DJ Rayburn an earful.
A.J. hit a high chopper that Hernandez fielded, backhanded over to Smoke for the out as he takes strike one. That's off the plate. Leadoff walk tends to get you in a whole bunch of trouble. There's a chopper to Hopper, but a big crooked number goes up on that board, a 4 spot. We'll go to the 4th, leading 5-0. And Gutierrez to face Phil Humber. Coming right after him. And the count 0-1. Tested a little soft looper to Beckham to end the first inning.
You just don't want him to come after him down there. That pitch was low, out over the plate, and that's exactly where Cust wants it. He just missed it.
Curveball.
Here's our AT&T UVerse multi-view, and it gives you an idea about everything that's going on at the ballpark. How far off the line Brent Morel is playing. And Phil Humber from the center field camera, as well as the first base dugout camera.
Curveball a little high. So the count 1-2. He gone. Third strikeout for Phil. And you can join the Chi Sox mobile group today by texting Paul, that's P-A-U-L, to 244-769 for a chance to win an autographed Paul Konerko bat. Text Paul to Chi Sox 244-769 to be entered to win. Also follow us on Facebook and Twitter for more chances to win great prizes. As there's first pitch strike to Kennedy. Boston leading the Yankees 6-1, bottom of the 5th in the Bronx. Lester on the bump. for the Carmines. Freddie Garcia started, won an inning and 2/3, giving up 4 runs.
Adam Kennedy's been their hottest hitter.
Kennedy early on in his career really played well against us when we saw him. Lately hadn't done a whole bunch, but first few years, boy, he was a pain in the behind. Well, there is the second walk issued by Phil. Don't want to do that. And that'll bring up Gutierrez. We hit a little semi-line drive to first base. One 1 to count.
This is only the 18th game that Gutierrez has played in, sidelined with an irritable bowel that he just couldn't shake.
Picked by Pierzynski. Well, Mariners on a 7-game road trip. Free with us, then they leave here, go to Detroit for 4. Of course, we've got this one and 1 more tomorrow, and then 4 with Oakland. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. That's trouble. That is your duck snort right there. But the walk now stands on third base. So 1 out, runners at the corners. Can't walk that. A shank by Gutierrez, and that'll bring up Miguel Olivo. Miguel struck out, called out on a fastball back in the 2nd inning.
Olivo's only grounded into 1 double play this year. That's in 53 games. So he's got pretty decent wheels for a catcher.
That is high into left field. Kennedy tagging. Here he comes. Bad throw by 1.
Just a bad idea because you're up by 5. Get the ball into second base and make sure that Gutierrez stays at first.
Well, he's still on second now.
Once you miss a cutoff man, base runners are taught to read the arc of the throw. And they realize that there's no chance cutting this one off. It's a 4-run lead with another run in scoring position.
So the walk scores. Bad throw. Gets a man to second. And here's Figgins, who grounded out to Vizquel. There's a fastball strike. Well, when you're scuffing like we've been scuffing, you just can't make those mistakes. Can't make them. I mean, you just can't make them. It's just that simple. One and 1. And the count 1-2. Figueroa on deck with a 2-2 count with 2 down here in the top of the 4th, 1 man in. He gone. Hook. But the walk comes around to score. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, leading by 4.
With 2 great catches, that one against Cano to win the ball game. Then against Cleveland in the 1-0 game, the Jake Peavy threw. Lillibridge saved that one. That with good rain heading toward the line against the Dodgers. Wound up against Detroit in the seats to take one away. And this one last night, spectacular. Lillibridge has had pretty good glove work lately.
The everywhere man. As he takes strike 1. Struck out his first trip. He has been everywhere. There's that good hammer right there, and the count 0-2.
One thing that's been so good about him is he's reinvented himself as a premier outfielder.
Well, he's exceeded my expectations of what he could do.
Been somewhat amazing.
Chops that. He went out to California this past winter and worked out with Greg Walker and some of the other guys. And Walk made the comment that Lillibridge is going to hit this year and hit well. And boy, has he ever.
He's got 7 home runs. Now he's hitting in a spot in the batting order to drive in runs.
Chops that one foul. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10 from where he was last year, he's taken that up about 4 notches this season.
Well, he knew he had a battle for playing time in spring training. Didn't look like he was going to get much, but things changed in this game. That definitely was the get off me ball swing.
Ball may have hit him right in the gut.
Take a look at where he had to swing the bat. Wow. That fastball moving in on him.
Well, this spring you could see a little different action in his swing in the way the ball was jumping off the bat. And he just kept hitting it hard. Like that.
Well, Hernandez tried to throw a fastball by him. He had tried his changeup. He had tried his curveball, his hard slider. He fouled off everything. And then he went back to the fastball, which is what Brent is looking for the entire at bat.
Hey, outside of Konerko, he's become the best fastball hitter on this ball club.
When he gets one in the zone, he doesn't miss it. He hasn't missed it for 3 weeks now.
So here's Tien. Come on, Mark. First and third, him, buddy. Mark went out deep to left field his first trip. There he goes. Smoke now underneath. And they get him. Says Marvin Hudson. So one out.
He's pretty close at first base. It's yet another hit and run. First one worked. Hernandez tagged him, and we'll take a look at the look. Very close, with Hernandez not getting to the bag and depending on tagging it.
Beckham shanks it right. He started off that 4-run third with a base on balls against Felix. Gets jammed right there. Kennedy.
Here's our United Airlines leaders of the game, and it is Felix Hernandez. His 96 strikeouts lead the American League. Last year he had 232. He's got enough time to surpass that this year.
So here's Brent Morrell. Ozzie did him a favor last inning after the walk to Beckham on the first pitch he saw from Felix. He lined it into right field for the hit and run base hit. Beckham went into third. And the reason Ozzie did that was twofold. First of all, hopefully it was going to get done. And second of all, because he wanted to help him out, because it's the first time he's ever faced Hernandez. Takes that curveball inside. Gets that hook over. Count evens at 1. Yanks that one foul over into the photographer well. So 2 out. Lillibridge at second. 1-2 the count.
Brent, a pretty quiet guy who's content to let his glove and lately his bat do the talking for him. Starting to hit the ball with some authority, and he's played a sterling defensive third.
Up the middle. Golly, came up on him, but he beats it out. So he's 2 for 2. If the ball stays down, it goes into center field, and Lillibridge will score.
Morrell doesn't get a whole lot of it, but Rodriguez can't get enough on the throw. He has to try to right himself, and you see the off balance, wrong-footed throw, and no chance to get Morrell.
So here's Pierre. He is struck out. And then with men on first and third, nobody out. Last inning, hit a ground ball to Smoke, and Beckham was coming home. Not a good play. And Smoke threw him out easily. 1-0 the count. And that's popped up. So we get the leadoff man aboard. Get into second. Can't do anything with it. We'll go to the fifth, leading 5-1. Carlos Peguero will lead it off. He just muscled a little soft single into right field. Back in the third inning. Takes that pitch outside. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors for our guys. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for their guys. Outfield straight up, spread out. And to count 2-0. High pop up. Billy Bridge.
Earlier we asked you our AT&T trivia question, and it was, who tossed the last no-hitter in Mariners history? And the answer, Chris Bosio. Way back on April 22nd, 1993, against the Red Sox. Chris Bosio, there's a blast from the past.
I saw him one day right on that mound, right out there. It was on a Sunday afternoon. It must have been
1,000.
It must have been at least 95, 96, 97 degrees, and it seemed like 200% humidity. He went 9 innings, and I'm telling you what, Stoney, he didn't have anything. You talking about cunning and guile and guts?
Dazzles him with his footwork, did he? Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's still 90 here.
And beat us. Ichiro. Ichiro goes out for the second time to Beckham. He's now 0 for 3.
Well, he's in one of the few protracted slumps of his career. And he's trying to find some answers, and he can't find them.
So here's Rodriguez. He has doubled and he has walked. He's dangerous up there. His there is the bunt. Well, got time underneath. Guns it. Boy, that didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. We're halfway home, leading 5-1. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Sox lead at 5-1 over Felix Hernandez. Omar Vizquel will lead it off. And he has been significant in that 4-run 3rd inning.
Didn't think he'd wind up with a triple this year, but he did, and did hit it in the gap, hit it down the line.
And a 2-out triple, knocking in 2 runs at that. And if you missed it, poof.
This ball low and in. Turns on it. Keeps it well fair. Vitro has a few problems, and Omar chugging into third without a play.
Two and one to count. Slaps it right over the Sox dugout. So 2-2.
Cleveland's already won their game. Carrasco threw a gem, beat Liriano 1-0. As Cleveland shuts out Minnesota in Cleveland.
And this foul straight back over our heads. Pokes that one into left field. Peguero's there.
Follow all of tonight's stats and info in real time with White Sox in-game live only on CSNChicago.com. Brought to you by The Great Escape.
So here's Quentin. Struck out in the first, and then in the third. Cranked out a 2-run homer. Curveball, and if you miss that home run, right down the left field line.
This ball hits the outside of the pole.
Curveball. Rodriguez, 2 down. So here comes Paulie. He's 1 for 2. He got us on the board early in the second inning. First ball, fastball. Put it on the board.
Well, unlike last night, which was a majestic home run, that was just a line drive rocket. A long way back in the second.
Takes ball 1. And the count 2-0. And there's a shot base hit. A fastball at 95, so Paulie 2 for 3.
Let's take a look at the American League leaders in runs batted in. Gonzalez, Konerko, Cabrera, Beltre, and Cabrera. As Drubal having a banner season for the Indians. But Paulie 3 behind Adrian Gonzalez, who's having a monster year, as is Paul.
Here's AJ. He's 0 for 2. A little comebacker between first and the pitcher's mound that Felix fielded, tossed him out. That was in the second. Then in the third, grounded out to second in the inning. Turns it over, sinks it low and away. Boston Yankee game now in the top of the 7th, 6-3 Red Sox. Watch out. Bullet back through the middle.
AJ gets a curveball, waits for it, goes down and gets it, and rifles it right by Hernandez. That ball hit so hard to the glove side that Hernandez couldn't get down the glove in time.
Well, the Tigers are playing well when they got here. We beat them the first game. In that last game, we got them on another roll by giving them those 6 runs. So they took the rubber match. They're leading Texas 4-0. Pretty good pitch, didn't get it.
It's a breaking ball that just stayed inside. And Brent doesn't hit it quite as far as Paulie. If he gets a fastball, he's been hitting it pretty hard.
He's 1 for 2. Good check right there. And now he's got the catbird seat. Turn him loose, Oz. 3-0. 2 on, 2 out. Taking all the way.
Taking 2 fastballs right down the middle.
Well, the first one that takes down was on. That one was not. Find yourself a gap right here, Brent. The 3 and 2 guys off.
No offense to the wheels of our guys, Hawk, but he's going to need to find a gap.
That's what I said. With 3-2, at least they get a chance, you know, well for the pitch. Got him. We'll go to 6. A 4-run lead.
One more with these Mariners, and then the Athletics come to town for 4. Then we hit the road. 3 against the Twins, 3 against the Diamondbacks down in very warm but dry Arizona.
And then when we get back from there, we got the Cubs on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Off day on the 23rd, and then the Nasty Nats from Washington come to town the 24th, 5th, and 6th. But right here, it's the top of the 6th. Our guys on top 5-1. Justin Smoke, switch hitting first baseman, first pitch. Chopper to Hopper. Tien underneath. Umber right where he should be. 1 pitch, 1 out. And a reminder, win tickets to see the Sox take on the Cubs and win the chance to deliver the starting lineup card to the Sox Cubs series at U.S. Cellular Field June 21st. Check that, June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So look in your June 19th Chicago Tribune for more details. Here's Jack Cust. He's hit a soft looper to Beckham and struck out on a good curveball.
6 of the last 7 times that Phil Humber has started, he's gone at least 7 innings. If you're talking about a guy that will keep you out of the bullpen and a reliable starter, Phil has been all of that and more.
Well, he's been our best pitcher. It's just, I mean, coming out of spring training, he had a good spring. Not outstanding, but a good spring.
Right.
But here we are on June 7th, and Phil Humber has been our best pitcher. And we have had good pitching from our starters. That just goes to show you, to me, as I said earlier, it's one of the best stories in baseball.
Well, he's pitching tonight against a team that's last in the league in hitting. However, he's pitched against some very good teams. Teams with a lot of thunder, and he's done exactly to them what he's doing to the Mariners tonight.
It hadn't made any difference who he was pitching
Nope,
against.
not
None.
this year. No, sir.
When he gets his curveball over like he has been, stays on top in the count, not walking guys, he's been a joy. And when we get on a roll and come back and win this thing, he's going to be probably as beneficial to our success as anybody on this ball club.
He did. He gone. 2 down.
Cust still looking at Brian Runge. Very happy with third base ump's opinion.
5 strikeouts for Humber. And here's Kennedy. He's grounded to first and walked and scored. That's into left field. Should be a can of corn. That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. He has retired the last 8 he has seen, and he leads it by 4. Beckham and Morel to face Felix Hernandez. Mark has gone out deep to left, and he has grounded out 3-1. Said his oblique problem is gone. And he's fortunate because those things, well, he got some really extensive treatment while he was here. From Herm Schneider and Brian Ball and their assistants, they were working on him constantly. There's Dr. Payne.
Last 10 years, fewest stints and fewest days lost to the disabled list in all of baseball by that crew.
I think over the last 25, it's been the same thing. Over the last, and that man has saved this organization literally millions of dollars. Millions. And it's in the books.
And they document everything these days and have stats on everything, including that.
That ball smoked. Dadgummit. Boy, they knuckled too once it got out there. Gutierrez stayed right. That's a hang woofum for Mark, so he's hit the ball hard twice tonight. And that'll bring up Beckham. Gordon is 0 for 1 with a walk. That walk started off that 4-run third. So a huge at bat for Beckham. Breaking ball, no.
Outfield shading him a couple of steps toward right center field. The big gap is in left center or down the line in left.